Okay, what we're going to look at in this tutorial is animating the face. It can be really useful to show emotion on the character's face or to show them talking. Quite often in close-up, it doesn't have to be in close-up, but quite often can be. So the first thing you need to do is you need to create layers. Okay, now if you copy what I've done here, so I've created the basic cat's head here on the first layer, and then above that I've created and turn, when you draw each part, turn it into a movie clip, and then I've created the head, and then I've created two different types of eyes, two different types of eyes there. They're both separate movie clips, and two different types of mouth. So I'm going to now shift these over to the side, and then obviously each one has to be drawn on its own layer. So there's a little bit of setting up here, but once you've taken the time to make the layers, put the facial features on separate layers, you'll find that in the long run it makes animating the face much easier, and it makes the animation process more, you can then focus on actually animating and making the face expressive. What I would also suggest doing when you've got a number of layers is you can just drag the timeline from the horizontal position here. So you just click on the tag, drag it up, okay, and then you can drag the bottom, you can kind of reconfigure it so it's long and vertical, and you can get a much better view of all the layers, and then just move it over to the side. So it's just reconfiguring it, and then obviously making sure you can still see the head that you've drawn. Now once you've drawn each facial feature and turned it into a movie clip, I would just drag them off to the side of the stage here, the grey area, because once on the grey area at the side, when you publish the movie, they won't be visible. Okay, so first of all, I thought we could just look at how you could create a very simple talk animation, which basically consists of two frames. This is a very simplified one. So we start off with the first set of eyes, so we'll drag those in. The first mouth, so just to kind of normal position there. So that's our first frame. If we now click at the top here, shift click at the bottom, shift click at the bottom, right click, insert keyframe, very quick. We can then on the second keyframe change facial features. I'm going to drag the eyes and the mouth off, keep the eyebrows for this one, put in a new mouth. Don't worry too much about the positioning, more about the principle. Okay, we can adjust the eyebrows if we want, click on them, move them up. Remember, you can use the arrow keys to move things incrementally. Okay, move the eyebrows up. So there we've created a basic talk animation. Yeah. Now if you wanted, you could put some dialogue on here. You could put some sound in with some dialogue on a sound layer, and then you could animate the face talking and synchronize it to the voice. Yeah, it can be extremely effective. Okay, what I'm going to do actually in another tutorial is show you how to do that as well. Just concentrating on the animation at the moment. I'm going to put in now a third keyframe, so click at the top, shift click at the bottom, right click keyframe. Okay, and just wanted to show you, so you can draw different facial features, but what you can also do is use stretch and squash very effectively to change expressions as well. Okay, so I'm just going to show you with stretch and squash. So bring in the old set of eyes and mouth. Now this tool here, the transform tool, is extremely valuable here. We select that, and then we can stretch the eyes, so we could maybe make him look a bit worried. Stretch the eyes a bit wider, maybe rotate the brows up a bit. and maybe move them upwards. Okay. Play with the mouse. Another thing I would advise when you're animating the face is to zoom in. Yeah, so the zoom tool, and then we can manipulate the mouse to stretch and squash. Scale can be used as well. So okay, so if we zoom back out again. Now what I would say, alright, this is only 3 frames, but it demonstrates the basic principle. We just need to adjust the timing, so I'm going to click at the top, shift click on the bottom, and if you press F5, I'm going to press F5 3 times to make that keyframe now last for 4 frames. I'm going to do the same for each one, just for the sake of this. Okay. Now we can do a little test if we want to use the player at the bottom of the timeline here. Okay, and we can see he's bringing his face to life, making him talk, changing his expression. Okay, so that's basically how that works. In the next tutorial I'm going to show you again how to add sound and how to synchronize the animation to a voice.